Teresa Robinson, Fairfield County Bank Insurance Services. And everyone knows that I love insurance, which is the reason for my red today. So that when you think of insurance, I want you to think of me and think about how much I love it. So I wanted to start off, first of all, with just telling you a little bit about myself. I'm married. I have 2 boys and 5 grandchildren, and one on the way, hopefully within the next week. I'm having another granddaughter, so I'm excited about that. I grew up in Stamford, spent most of my life in Stamford. As a matter of fact, most of my family still lives there. And I live on Brookline on the Bridgeport-Fairfield border. So insurance, whenever I think of insurance, I really do love insurance. I've been doing it for over 35 years. And I handle and service and sell personal insurance. Personal insurance would be like your homeowner's insurance, your automobile insurance, umbrella insurance. And I also sell commercial insurance or business insurance. So, your liability insurance, business auto, workers' comp. I work for Fairfield County Bank Insurance Services, and a lot of people think, oh, does Fairfield County Bank Insurance, are they an insurance company? We're an agency, an insurance agency. There's like 45 of us. Just like any other insurance agency, we're just owned by a bank. And so we run with the name Fairfield County Bank Insurance Services. We're independent agents. So what that means to you is that it allows me to have quite a few options. So in the personal insurance arena, we represent many insurance companies. Insurance companies, Chubb, AIG, Andover, Hartford, Travelers, Mopfre, Progressive, you name it, we probably represent them. And the same thing in the commercial space. Most companies, when they think of insurance, they think of the Hartford, they think of Travelers, some of the other companies, Arcadia, AIG, Chubb, CNA. We represent many companies, and by representing many companies, it allows me to have many options. I can quote with many carriers, find you the best coverages along with the best pricing. And when you're shopping your insurance and looking at insurance, I always say to everyone, you should have a trusted insurance advisor. I know a lot of people think, 1-800, and I won't say it, the lizard, and some of the others, but every time you call them, you get another person. And so there's another person's view, and they may not know about all the coverages and insurances that you need. Keep in mind that insurance is to protect your personal assets, or your business assets is to protect you financially. So when you're buying insurance, looking at insurance, it's really about not price, but making sure that you're properly insured so that should something happen, you're not reaching into your pocket or pulling from your business or even having to close your business because something has happened. I'll give you case in point about 2 weeks ago. So I sit in different bank branches. I can sit in Bridgeport, Darien, we have 17 branches, but mostly I have an office in Darien, and I also have an office in Bridgeport. So about 2 weeks ago, a client customer of the bank walked in to take out $500,000. He needed a check for $500,000 to write to in a law firm. His wife had gotten into a serious auto accident like 3 years ago, and he did not have a personal umbrella policy to protect his assets. He dealt with an agent, not sure why he didn't have an umbrella, but in any case, imagine having to write a check for $500,000 just to protect yourself personally, to pay someone that's been awarded a judgment against you. It happens all the time. People think it never happens to them. It always happens to other people, but it happens to everyone, or could happen to anyone. We have 4 offices. So our main office sits in Ridgefield, and we have 2 in Fairfield, and then we have another office in Stamford. And behind me, although you don't see them, they're there, are 45 insurance professionals with experiences that range from 1 year to 50 years. We handle all types of businesses, We handle all types of like condominium associations. We have a fuel dealers program. You name it, we can provide coverage for it. So we write all types of insurance. So when you think of a business and you think of insurance, I want you to at least think of me. Quite a few of you, I write your businesses in this group. I write your personal insurance in this group. And I think most of you know I love insurance and I enjoy what I do. I'll tell you a few things, some of the small business owners, some of the mistakes that small business owners make when choosing insurance. First of all, it's not about the cheapest insurance policy. It's about making sure that you're covered. So don't just buy because it's cheap. Not updating your insurance company on your business changes or your agent with changes within your businesses. You move to a new location, you hire new employees, you purchase equipment, you offering new services. You need to make sure that you're properly covered. And the only way to do that is to really have a trusted advisor, an agent in the call, and always let them know what's going on with regards to your business or your personal insurance or your personal with you personally. That's the only way we're able to make sure that you're properly covered. We ask a lot of questions. I always find that people don't like us to ask a lot of questions, or they get a little intimidated when I ask a lot of questions. But I'm asking a lot of questions to make sure that you have enough insurance and you have the right coverage should something happen. You know, another mistake that business owners make is not investing in workers' compensation insurance. When you're a business and you're in Connecticut and you're moving and you're going into different states, you need to make sure that state is covered. You know, you have employees that, you know, you're in Connecticut and you think I have workers' comp, I can go into New York. No, you can't. Your coverage doesn't follow you to New York unless you added New York as a covered state under your workers' compensation insurance. I find that a lot of business owners make that mistake. Not knowing the details of your business insurance, which means you don't even know what you're covered for. You haven't taken the time. I mean, you're working with an agent, but you also have to make sure that you understand what it is that you purchased, that you understand the coverages and how they work. And more importantly, know what's excluded. Understand that there are some things you just can't buy insurance for. Insurance policies do not cover everything. There are some things that you can cover by adding endorsements to remove exclusions, but then there are some exclusions you cannot remove. So you should know what those exclusions are. Faulty workmanship is an exclusion. There is no insurance company that's insuring you for faulty workmanship. They're assuming that you know your business and you know how to do your job, and we don't have to insure for what it is that you do. Staying with an insurance company too long can be a mistake that small business owners make. That's why having a trusted insurance agent, an independent agency, or an independent agent that represents many companies, it allows me to move you from one company to another based on what your needs are, based on premiums. Are they increasing? Maybe it's time to shop, remarket your program and look for another company. Not implementing risk strategies. Just because you have insurance, you really don't want to use it. You want to do your best to minimize and by implementing risk management strategies, installing security systems, cameras, using contracts with your clients to prevent lawsuits, implement training programs with your employees to help them to understand how to minimize and reduce and avoid injuries or themselves getting hurt or hurting someone else. And training your drivers on safe driving strategies and installing things such as they're unable to make phone calls while driving. They have to stop. I mean, you'd be surprised how many business owners have installed that so that when they're driving, they're not able to be on the phone because it's a distraction. Speed, you know, so there's all kinds of ways to implement risk management strategies. So what's a great client for me? Anyone in any type of business. Personally, mortgage brokers, attorneys, realtors, condominium associations. We have a huge condominium association program. We must represent, I can't even think how many condominium associations, but we have a whole department and we do condominium association. We have a fuel dealers program. So we handle quite a few fuel dealers. So I can help with any type of insurance. I love, 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 love insurance. Would love to speak to any client or family member that you know of. Would welcome the opportunity to bring myself and maybe some others along with me to help them to make sure that they have the best insurance and to make sure that they're properly covered. So Teresa Robinson, number 33 on your list. Everyone knows I love insurance and I would love an opportunity to speak to any of you. Thank you. Oh, and so let me just ask if I don't know, let me have one more minute to see if anybody has any questions for me. Everyone loves insurance too, so you always want to ask many questions.
One quick minute, and then I recommend everyone have a one-on-one with Teresa because you'll not be disappointed. So question.
What states can you do homeowners in, Teresa?
Actually, I can do anywhere in the country.
Thank you.
Okay. California's tough right now. Florida's tough. I can write insurance anywhere in the country and internationally as well.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Teresa. And again, I recommend everyone having a one-on-one with her and learning more about her love for insurance.